found yourself staring at your bank statement, a knot forming in your stomach as you realize your expenses have once again outpaced your income? That sinking feeling as you watch your savings dwindle, or worse, your credit card balance climb? In today's world, where we're constantly bombarded with ads, peer pressure, and the allure of instant gratification, managing our expenses can feel like trying to swim against a relentless tide. It's as if every swipe of your card, every click on that Buy Now button is another step towards the precipice of debt. But what if I told you there's a way to break free from this cycle? A method that doesn't rely on complex budgeting apps or extreme frugality, but on wisdom that has stood the test of time for over 2 millennia. Yes, I'm talking about ancient Buddhist teachings. Now, before you raise an eyebrow thinking, what could monks who renounced worldly possessions possibly teach me about managing my Netflix subscription or resisting the urge to order takeout? Hear me out. These teachings aren't about denying yourself every pleasure or living like an ascetic. Instead, they offer a powerful framework for understanding your relationship with money and possessions. They provide insights into the nature of desire and contentment that can revolutionize how you approach spending. Welcome to Elder Fortune, your sanctuary for discovering timeless wisdom and applying it to modern abundance. I'm your host, and today we're embarking on a journey that could transform your financial life. We'll explore a Buddhist-inspired method that goes beyond mere budgeting tips. This approach digs deep into the root causes of overspending and provides practical tools to cultivate mindfulness in your financial decisions. By the end of this video, you'll have more than just a list of do's and don'ts. You'll have a new perspective on your needs versus wants, a deeper understanding of what truly brings you satisfaction, and practical techniques to make mindful choices about your expenses. Whether you're drowning in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, or simply looking to optimize your spending habits, this method can help you pave the way towards true financial well-being and abundance. So, are you ready to discover how ancient wisdom can be your modern-day superpower in controlling expenses and avoiding the debt trap? Wondering, what does a 2,500-year-old philosophy have to do with my credit card bill? The answer lies in the timeless wisdom that addresses the root of human behavior and desire. Buddhist teachings have long emphasized the importance of mindfulness and moderation in all aspects of life, including our financial decisions. At the core of these teachings is the understanding that much of our suffering comes from our attachments and our endless cycle of wanting. Think about it. How often have you bought something, feeling that initial rush of excitement, only to find that the joy quickly fades, leaving you craving the next purchase? This cycle of desire and temporary satisfaction is precisely what Buddhist philosophy addresses. One of the key principles in Buddhism is the concept of the middle way. Now, this isn't about being lukewarm or indecisive. Rather, it's about finding balance, neither indulging in extreme luxury nor living in extreme austerity. It's the sweet spot where you can meet your needs and enjoy life without falling into the trap of excessive consumption. When we apply this principle to our spending habits, the results can be truly transformative. Instead of swinging between splurging and then feeling guilty, or depriving yourself and then rebounding with excessive purchases, you learn to make conscious, balanced choices. Mindfulness, another cornerstone of Buddhist practice, plays a crucial role here. By bringing awareness to our spending decisions, we can pause and reflect. Is this purchase aligned with my values? Will it bring lasting satisfaction? Or am I just trying to fill an emotional void? Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds great in theory, but how does it translate to real-world benefits? Great question. By mastering this Buddhist-inspired method of managing your expenses, you can expect to experience several profound changes. you'll develop a sharper discernment between what you genuinely need for a fulfilling life and what you've been conditioned to want by societal pressures or clever marketing. This clarity alone can significantly reduce unnecessary spending. Instead of making impulsive purchases, you'll learn to pause and reflect before buying. This mindful approach ensures that your spending aligns with your values and long-term goals, leading to more satisfaction with your purchases and fewer regrets. As you gain control over your spending and align it with your true needs, you'll find that money-related stress begins to diminish. The constant worry about making ends meet or the guilt over impulsive purchases will be replaced by a sense of confidence and peace in your financial decisions. This isn't just about quick fixes or temporary budget cuts. By adopting this Buddhist-inspired approach, you're laying the groundwork for lasting financial health. You're not just changing your spending habits, you're transforming your entire relationship with money. An often overlooked benefit is the sense of contentment that comes from this practice. As you learn to appreciate what you have and make mindful choices about what you bring into your life, you'll find a deeper sense of satisfaction that no impulse purchase can match. When you're more conscious about your expenses, you're more likely to spend money on things that truly matter to you. This alignment between your values and your financial choices can lead to a more authentic and fulfilling life. By embracing these Buddhist-inspired principles, you're not just learning to control your expenses, you're embarking on a journey towards financial wisdom and personal growth. You're learning to find that elusive balance between enjoying the present and securing your future, between meeting your needs and avoiding the pitfalls of excessive wants. Before we dive into the steps, let's prepare ourselves. You'll need a quiet space for reflection, a notebook and pen, your recent bank statements or expense records. This method is most effective when practiced regularly, ideally on a weekly basis. Now, let's dive into the practical steps of this Buddhist-inspired method for controlling your expenses. Remember, this isn't about depriving yourself or following strict rules. It's about cultivating awareness and making conscious choices. Start by creating a calm, quiet space for yourself. This could be a corner of your room, a comfortable chair, or even a peaceful spot in nature. Sit down, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Feel the air entering and leaving your body, allowing yourself to relax. Now, bring your attention to your recent expenses. Don't pull out your bank statements just yet. Instead, rely on your memory. What purchases stand out? How do you feel about them? The key here is to observe without judgment. You're not labeling anything as good or bad, just noticing. This step is crucial because it sets the tone for the entire method. By observing mindfully, you're creating a space between your thoughts and your reactions, allowing for clearer, more objective analysis later. Now, open your eyes and reach for your notebook. Draw 3 columns and label them: necessities, comforts, and luxuries. This is where honesty becomes your best friend. Necessities are the bare essentials: food, shelter, basic clothing, healthcare. Comforts are things that make life easier or more enjoyable, but aren't strictly necessary. A Netflix subscription, a slightly nicer car, eating out occasionally. Luxuries are indulgences, designer clothes, the latest gadgets, expensive vacations. Go through your recent expenses and place each one in a category. Be ruthlessly honest with yourself. That daily latte, it's probably a comfort, not a necessity. The new smartphone when your old one still works fine, that's likely a luxury. This categorization isn't about shame or guilt. It's about clarity. Understanding where your money is really going is the first step to regaining control. Look at each category and ask yourself some probing questions. For necessities, are all these truly essential? Could any of these be moved to the comforts category? Are there ways to meet these needs more efficiently or cost-effectively? For comforts, which of these genuinely enhance your life? Which bring lasting satisfaction? Are there any that you could do without and hardly notice? Could any of these be replaced with free or lower-cost alternatives? For luxuries, do these align with your values and long-term goals? What need are you really trying to meet with each luxury purchase? Is the joy or status from these purchases worth the financial cost? This reflection helps you understand the why behind your spending. Often we'll find that many of our purchases aren't bringing us the satisfaction we thought they would. Now step back and look at the bigger picture. Are there patterns emerging? Do you notice recurring expenses that surprise you? Perhaps a lot of small purchases that add up. Are there specific times when you're more likely to make impulse purchases? After a stressful day at work? When you're feeling down? Are there particular triggers for unnecessary spending? Certain friends, social media ads, or emotional states? Understanding these patterns is like finding the pressure points in your financial life. Once identified, you can start to address them mindfully. Step is a game changer. Implement a 24-hour pause method before any non-essential purchase. Here's how it works. When you feel the urge to buy something that's not a necessity, stop. Take a deep breath. Tell yourself, I'll revisit this decision in 24 hours. During this pause, ask yourself, will this purchase truly enhance my life? How will I feel about this purchase in a week, a month, a year? Is there a better use for this money? Often you'll find that the urge to buy passes. If after 24 hours you still feel the purchase is worthwhile, then you can proceed, knowing it's a conscious choice rather than an impulse. This step draws directly from Buddhist teachings on gratitude and contentment. Set aside time each day, even just 5 minutes, to appreciate what you already have. Look around your home. Notice the items that bring you joy or make your life easier. Reflect on experiences and relationships that enrich your life. Acknowledge the basic necessities you have that many in the world don't. This practice of gratitude isn't about complacency. It's about recognizing the abundance already present in your life. As you cultivate this mindset, you'll likely find the urge to acquire more stuff naturally diminishing. Finally, it's time to create a budget, but not just any budget. This is a mindful budget that reflects your true needs and values. Start with your necessities. Allocate funds to cover these first. Next, consider which comforts truly enhance your life and bring lasting satisfaction. Budget for these mindfully. For luxuries, be selective. Choose those that align closely with your values and long-term goals. Include a category for savings and future planning. This is an investment in your peace of mind. Don't forget to allocate some resources for generosity or causes you care about. In Buddhist tradition, generosity is seen as a way to cultivate joy and reduce attachment to material things. Remember, this budget isn't set in stone. Review and adjust it regularly, always with mindfulness and alignment with your values. By following these steps, you're not just managing your expenses, you're transforming your entire relationship with money. You're bringing mindfulness and intention to your financial life, aligning your spending with your values and paving the way for true abundance, not just of wealth, but of contentment and peace of mind. In our next section, we'll explore how to maintain this practice and overcome common challenges. But first, take a moment to reflect on these steps. Which one resonates most with you? Which do you think will be most challenging? Remember, this is a journey, and every step forward is progress. We've explored the practical steps. Let's dive into perhaps the most crucial aspect of this entire method, your mindset. The Buddha taught that our minds create our reality, and this is particularly true when it comes to our relationship with money and possessions. Remember, the goal of this Buddhist-inspired approach isn't deprivation or self-denial. We're not trying to eliminate all joy or comfort from our lives. Instead, we're aiming for conscious choice, being fully aware of why we're spending and what we truly gain from each purchase. Let's break this down further. Our consumer culture often operates on a mindset of scarcity. There's never enough. We always need more. This leads to a constant cycle of wanting and buying that never truly satisfies. Instead, try cultivating a mindset of abundance. This doesn't mean pretending you have unlimited resources. Rather, it's about recognizing and appreciating the resources, both material and non-material, that you already have. Practice looking at your life through a lens of abundance. Instead of focusing on what you lack, notice what you have in abundance. It could be time, skills, relationships, or material possessions. Recognize that many of life's most fulfilling experiences, like deep conversations, a beautiful sunset, or a moment of peace, are free. In Buddhist philosophy, true wealth isn't measured by the amount of money in your bank account or the possessions you own. It's measured by your contentment and the richness of your experiences. Try this exercise. At the end of each day, reflect on the richest moments you experienced. Were they related to purchases or possessions, or were they moments of connection, creativity, or inner peace? By redefining wealth in this way, you naturally become less dependent on material acquisitions for your sense of well-being. Buddhism doesn't ask us to eliminate all desire. That would be unrealistic and unnecessary. Instead, it encourages us to be mindful of our desires. When you feel the urge to buy something, pause and inquire deeply. What am I really seeking here? Is it comfort, status, distraction? Can this true need be met in a different, perhaps non-material way? If I do make this purchase, will it align with my values and contribute to my long-term well-being? One of the core teachings of Buddhism is non-attachment. In the context of finances, this doesn't mean not caring about money or not planning for the future. Instead, it means not tying your happiness or sense of self-worth to your financial situation or possessions. Practice holding your financial goals lightly. Yes, work towards them, but don't let them define you. Your true worth isn't determined by your net worth. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to the never-enough mindset. Make it a daily habit to acknowledge what you're grateful for. This could be as simple as noting 3 things you appreciate each day. As you cultivate gratitude, you'll likely find that your desire for unnecessary purchases naturally diminishes. Affirmations can be powerful tools for reshaping your mindset. Here are a few you can try. I have everything I need and I choose my expenses wisely. My worth is not determined by my possessions or bank balance. I find joy in experiences and relationships, not in things. I am grateful for the abundance already present in my life. My mindful choices are creating a stable and fulfilling financial future. Choose one that resonates with you and repeat it daily, especially when you're faced with spending decisions. The concept of impermanence can be incredibly liberating when applied to finances. Recognize that both financial struggles and successes are temporary. This can help you stay grounded during difficult times and not become overly attached to wealth during prosperous times. Equanimity, the ability to stay calm and composed in all situations, is a valuable skill in managing finances. Practice maintaining a sense of balance and perspective, whether you're facing a financial windfall or a setback. Remember, transforming your mindset is not an overnight process. It requires patience, persistence, and self-compassion. Some days you'll find it easier than others, and that's perfectly okay. The key is to keep coming back to these principles, gently guiding your mind towards a more balanced, mindful approach to money and possessions. By cultivating this mindset, you're not just changing your spending habits, you're transforming your entire relationship with money and material things. You're creating a foundation for lasting financial well-being and, more importantly, a deeper sense of contentment and purpose in your life. In our next section, we'll explore how to apply these mindset shifts to your daily life and navigate common challenges. But for now, I encourage you to sit with these ideas. Which one resonates most strongly with you? How might your life change if you fully embraced this mindset? Take a moment to reflect, and we'll continue our journey towards financial wisdom and true abundance. Digital age, it's easy to swipe a card or tap your phone without really feeling the impact of your spending. Try using cash for your non-essential purchases. Here's why. The physical act of handing over cash makes spending more tangible and real. It's easier to set and stick to limits when you can see your money diminishing. Studies have shown that people tend to spend less when using cash instead of cards. Try this. Set a weekly cash allowance for discretionary spending. Once it's gone, it's gone. This creates a natural boundary and encourages mindful choices. We're constantly bombarded with advertisements designed to trigger our desire to buy. Take control of your digital environment. Unsubscribe from marketing emails. Be ruthless. If it's not essential, let it go. Use ad blockers on your browsers to reduce exposure to online ads. Limit time on social media, especially if you find yourself prone to social media envy that leads to unnecessary purchases. Consider a no-buy day each week, where you commit to making no non-essential purchases. Many of life's greatest pleasures don't come with a price tag. Explore free or low-cost alternatives for entertainment and self-care. Use your local library for books, movies, and even museum passes. Explore free days at museums and galleries in your area. Discover the joy of nature walks, hiking, or urban exploration. Learn meditation or yoga through free online resources. Cook meals at home and turn it into a fun, creative activity. Host potluck dinners instead of eating out. Challenge yourself to find joy in simplicity. Often, the most meaningful experiences are those that cost the least. Before making a purchase, especially for items you might use infrequently, consider alternatives. Can you borrow the item from a friend or neighbor? Is there a rental option available? This works great for tools, special occasion clothing, or equipment. Look around your home. Can something you already own be repurposed to meet your need? For books or media, check if your local library has a digital lending service. This approach not only saves money, but also reduces clutter and aligns with the Buddhist principle of non-attachment to material possessions. For non-essential purchases over a certain amount, you decide what that is, implement a mandatory waiting period of 30 days. This helps distinguish between genuine needs and impulsive wants. Make a wish list of items you want to buy. Revisit the list after 30 days. Often you'll find the urge to buy has passed. If you still want the item after 30 days and it aligns with your values and budget, then consider purchasing it. When you do make purchases, do so with full awareness. Before buying, pause and take 3 deep breaths. This creates a moment of mindfulness. Ask yourself, does this purchase align with my values? Will it truly enhance my life? Consider the full life cycle of the item, from production to eventual disposal. Does it align with your ethical standards? Schedule regular money dates with yourself or your partner. Review your spending patterns. Celebrate successes in mindful spending. Adjust your budget as needed. Set intentions for the coming period. This practice keeps you accountable and helps you stay connected to your financial goals. Realistic financial goals aligned with your values. Maybe it's building an emergency fund or saving for a meaningful experience. Remember, financial well-being is just one aspect of a balanced life. Ensure you're nurturing other areas too: relationships, health, and personal growth. Stay open to new opportunities for saving and earning. The path to financial wisdom is an ongoing journey. Be patient with yourself and trust in the process. Managing your expenses isn't about restriction, it's about freedom. Freedom from financial stress, freedom to choose, and freedom to live aligned with your true values. I'd love to hear about your experiences with this method. Share your insights in the comments below. Now, if you found this method intriguing, you might be wondering about the mindset behind it all. After all, controlling expenses is just one piece of the abundance puzzle. There's a whole world of mental shifts that can supercharge your journey to prosperity. Curious about what these powerful mindsets might be? Click on the playlist you see on the screen now. You need these mindsets before you can manifest prosperity and abundance. It's a collection of videos that will take you deeper into the mental landscape of true wealth and abundance.